Greetings, this is Frine Riranentra, Half Elven YouTuber. I come to you once again with a quick reaction to Critical Role. After the end of the month hiatus, we're back. With okay. Tonight's episode, I believe it's Camera 3, episode 32. Yep. I'll let them handle the recap. All we know is, like, at this point, it seems like F.C.G TBK'd his previous party. Not sure if you can kind of fully tell, which we all saw coming from Wendigo, however it's pronounced. I'll let them handle the rest. Before we go on, I should probably note that I do not own nor am I associated with Critical Role, its YouTube or Twitch channels, or any of its other online presence. I am just a fan sharing with my fellow fans. Okay. And with that out of the way, and speaking of sharing with fellow fans, not sure how many of you are like me Transformers fans, but as some of you may remember, I last week was scheduled to attend the 2022 Poc-O-Pea in Nashville. Hang on, go run times. I might try it, but right now I probably won't be doing both parts tonight, so it's on that time stamp. Anyhow, I went to BotCon and stuff. I met many people, like voice actors, people there. Saw lots of toys and came back with quite a bit of a stash, which I'll soon be showing you. Real quick, I want to show you. Among the people I met was Frank Welker, voice of the original Megatron. Okay, as well, among the others was David Kay, who also voiced Megatron throughout the Unicorn trilogy, which I grew up with, the Beast Wars, and in animated, he actually voiced Optimus Prime. I think being the first person to actually have done both leaders' voices. If you want to learn about who else I met with, there were you could just go at the site for the 2022 Comic-Con is BotCon is still up. You can, and it will have a comprehensive list. Now, quickly, my acquisitions. First off, there was like a lot of things for sale. Like these weren't like licensed vendor or something. These were basically people who were selling stuff they had bought themselves. And I think got permission to set pit top. There was even some places that had like broken butts. Like some of them were selling them like for like kit bash things, or some of them were just giving stuff away for free, even sandwich, such as this Armada Laserbeak. Unlike every other rendition of Laserbeak, this was an Autobot. Specifically, a drone that the human allies use to keep tabs on it. He can transform into a video camcorder, so to speak, or and for the have a little pistol used for free. Look, all the stuff I found in that particular free bin was broken stuff, except for one other thing which I managed now. But I have no idea who this is, but it was the only complete transformer in the free bin. Maybe the obscurity made it. You can see its head right there. I only got 4 minutes, so I won't take the time to transform it right now. A G1 I got a G1 hot rod. I won't transform. I got. Oh wait, that's red alert. I already had them. Here's one of the big ones. G1 Skylight. Space shuttle and launch site alt mode, and 2 different boss modes, both with animal like. One's like a bird-like thing, one's like a lynx, and they combine to make this draconic masterpiece. It might be a little big. Alita 1. Well, those who don't know Transformers, Alita 1 is essentially his girlfriend. Okay. Speaking of this, I did get one toy. This is, I believe, from the game series. I believe this was the Fall of Cybertron design. I was hoping to one day get this toy. G1 Perceptor, the Autobot scientist. He was one of my favorite characters from the cartoon. Keep in mind that I watched it later on, but yeah, I always do like the scientist ones. I'll figure out which ones to display on the thing later. These were BotCon original things. This basically they turned into these cubes turned into different animals. I got one of them. It was like a random one. I got like gorilla / orangutan one. I'm not transferring any of them right now, so I got a Dinobot. This was like a 6th member of the traditional team known as Slash, a Velociraptor, and the first ever female Dinobot. I might do a transformation of this because of how quick I love this. There's a 3rd one of these. But these are like little action figure things, like they don't transform and stuff. But to come with the comic, someone's doing their own comic called The Last Seeker. The Last Seekers. The Seekers don't refer to the traditional Decepticon Seekers such as Starscream, but from a separate race of Transformers, maybe like one of the colleagues. Only one of whom that kind exists. The last one. This one archaeologist. They have a Kickstarter out. You can go look for it. I'll probably be contributing that. Okay. This, my first ever, whatever the term it called, photograph. I didn't actually get this at BotCon, but I got it shortly before, like this lunchbox thing. Transformers Prime, first iteration of Ultra Magnus. His hammer's right. I'm throwing his hammer on the back right now. This was not his final form, as his final form was more straight Optimus Prime retool, even in the shell, but there. Which I'm debating whether or not to actually open the box for or just keep it. Transformers RC. Prime RC. Prime RC was probably the best seller of the RCs, but I will admit her design is got some pretty fragrant fan service thing. Correct? I don't know what model this is, but I found like the different pieces of him there. I got Energy on Starstream and my favorite.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Buttercracker. In the show, it was just upgraded Starscream.
Before we get into our episode tonight, though, we do have a few announcements to get through, beginning with our first sponsor of the night, Quip. Sam, what's up tonight?
You guys all know that Quip has these amazing smart electric toothbrushes that make your mouth feel great when you use them. But what you don't know is that when we took on Quip as our sponsor, one of the conditions was that I, Sam Riegel, never put their toothbrush in my mouth on camera. This is true. That was their one big...
That's a really cool one.
I know, I like that.
I think I've seen him put in one of his brush.
That was their one big no-no. They said, do not do that. And listen, I get it. No one wants to see me shove something into my mouth covered in toothbrush. No matter how toothpaste, no matter how awesome the toothbrush is.
Oh no!
Gross. However, they never said anything about me shoving other things into my mouth or brushing my teeth with other things that resemble toothbrushes.
Oh, yeah, I think me and Laura figured it out at the same time. Like,
tonight, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna brush my teeth, not with Quip toothbrushes, but with other things. While Marisha reads the copy.
Is it like an every 2 or 3 year quota?
I've got to read the copy.
I gotta brush my teeth.
The faster you read it, the faster this ends.
We're a sponsor's nightmare. Okay, well, Sam is brushing his teeth with various objects.
what was
such
that?
as licorice.
No.
Well, that's a pickle.
Yeah,
A lollipop. That's great.
Read faster, read faster.
And a cigar.
No.
What?
Marisha, keep reading, please.
Rest assured that he will be able to clean his mouth out later with a fantastic Quip Smart Electric Toothbrush,
Where's
which
Blue
has
when you
all
need
the
him?
guiding features of their original.
What?
No, stop it. Plus a new Bluetooth smart motor that should help clean out all of the
Why, Brian? Okay.
All
I'm supposed to explain this to your
all
kids.
the party
Because
horns.
honestly,
No.
it's the only raw pasta.
and
The only
the-
way
and
I actually eat
and
pasta.
the pipe cleaners.
I might throw up, guys.
Oh my God, please don't barf on
Pasta.
camera.
The cigar?
What the frick is that?
Pocky
Get it in your nose.
is there Pocky?
Yep, there's Pocky.
And Slim Jims.
No.
Oh, wait, don't do with the metal. Don't say the metal.
Mega
Don't
Quip.
Well, Sam is currently jamming that in his mouth. With a free Quip app, you can track your brushing, get tips, and daily coaching. I lost my spot because I'm so distracted. And you can earn rewards like Target gift cards for good habits like brushing 2 minutes twice a day, which will be perfect when Sam is finishing.
Don't do the metal. You're gonna hurt yourself.
Hellish cushion.
You're mouthing those the bananas and the chopsticks.
There's metal in the pipe cleaners, too.
Don't do the pipe
No.
cleaners. Do not do the pipe cleaners.
No.
Stop it.
No.
Stop it, Sam.
Put it down.
You see, like Sam,
Hellraiser's mouth.
Marisha, read faster.
I'm sorry, it's so distracting. Like Sam, you can start getting rewards at quip.com/critical25.
Is this reward for the rewards?
And save 25% site-wide when you use code critical25. Okay, for the love of God, please stop. This is over.
Matt, back to you.
Holy.
I found my gag reflex, guys.
There was only 12 inches in the bag.
I mean,
There was a lot of shit.
I'm pretty sure.
That was impressive, though.
Sam,
Your
I'm
eyes
pretty
are
sure you
watering.
just voided all your health insurance.
Yeah. Blue Cross is gonna send you a letter.
I am gonna take one of these.
Way too long.
I know. I
You
should
need a
have.
different kind of
glad I
office.
was
And we really
No.
enjoyed Critical Role. Also, your policy has
I
been
didn't want to
canceled.
touch any of that.
No.
This episode is also sponsored by the official D&D toolset, D&D Beyond.
It's over. You don't have to talk
If
about
you have somehow not been aware or made of D&D Beyond at this point, it is the home of all things D&D via a slick digital experience and houses all of their publications, including our very own Explorer's Guide to Wildmount and Call of the Netherdeep. And with D&D growing, so should your own collection of works. So right now you can enjoy 15% off D&D books at D&D Beyond until September 5th. Just head over to dndbeyond.link/CR sale. Thanks to D&D Beyond for continuing to support the show, and I'm going to brush my teeth with this D&D book. Because I know better than to do that.
Traumatized right now.
Marisha.
Feel good.
How do they get?
Yeah, reminder that you can join us for the 6th episode of Four-Sided Dive next Tuesday, September 6th at 7 p.m. Pacific on Twitch and YouTube.
Good.
Traumatized. Traumatized.
Lord,
guys.
please.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
It's Fern Week. You better believe it. So seriously, oh, I can smell the pickles and it's grossing me out. Okay, we've got. Check it out. A giant, cute Mr. Plushie.
Roly
Little
poly.
chunky
that is
boy.
big.
Also, if
Come out.
I'm
this
not-
guy's
I'll do
just
a
too
big
big for
little
you, need
Mr.
something a
Pan.
little smaller.
Flaming poop.
Check out this one. Take it with you wherever you go. Oh my god, I love it. I know, even the boxes are cute. Oh, he's so cute. And then also, check out these awesome Fern shirts.
Yeah.
Sam is wearing,
cool.
dear God, Sam is wearing
anything
one.
on the shirt.
There's drool on your
Look at
arm.
all these cool details. Anyway, check them out. They're in our stores.
Oh, look at Mr. on the chest.
I know, I love it.
Awesome.
Oh my God.
Wow. Liam.
Oh man, I got some too, and it's a good one. It's not Fern Week, it's Ashley Week. I am so excited to announce that Critical Role, the Mighty Nine Origins Yasha is now available. Created in partnership with Dark Horse Comics, it's written by Cecil Castellucci alongside our very own Matthew Mercer and Ashley Jenkins. With amazing art by Will Kirkby, joined by colorist Diana Souza and letterer Ariana Mayer. This book, it's here. This book is gorgeous. The pages of this book are gorgeous, and it's available now. So grab your copy at your friendly local comic book shop or bookstore. Take it home with you, Ash.
Take it home.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Do you want me to sign it?
I'm okay.
I'm okay.
It smells like mint and pickles.
It does. It's a
tastes
gross
like
combo.
A lot of smell.
God.
It's a weird. This is the weirdest smell.
Get it out, get it out.
Like, I want to eat the pickles, but I also feel a little nauseous. So, like,
I couldn't eat the pickles.
Well-
I'm not touching those pickles.
On that note, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
One by one we climb until we reach the top. Two by two we fall. Will we meet our end or meet our destiny? Hold your breath and roll. How do you want to do this? It's Thursday night. All ye critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery. Who knows what will happen? He might. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight. From the healer to the renegade, we all share the same goal. Adding more allies, taking more chances. Hold your breath and roll. You can certainly try. It's Thursday night. All you critters, come join us. It's time to continue our flight. There is magic and mystery. From darkness, our friendship will rise. But one thing's for sure, we never give up on the fight.
get ready. It's Thursday night.
And welcome back. So, last we left off, Bell's Hells in the city of Bassaris, chasing down Armand Treshy, a fugitive from the Mahan House Treshy in Dressar, who seemed to have been caught up in a number of problems in the city, mainly involving this Shade Mother business, and was turned in by Lady Imoth after you had turned her in. He fled the city, and you've been chasing ever since. Upon arriving here in the city of Bassaris in the middle of the Hellcatch Valley, you also uncovered a number of interesting elements. One, that he is held up within the Seat of Disdain, the House of Power, the Fortress of Power, for the Paragon's Call that he was so entwined with. And also managed to have a strange run-in with an assassin that was revealed chasing down the Calloways, revealing themselves when you met Bertie Calloway. You then traveled with Bertie along to a secret laboratory where she and Ollie, Efren's father, had been allied with another strange ally of Treshy's that you had encountered once before, Ira Wendigoth, the Nightmare King. It seemed that the Calloway family had been working while she was being kept by her grandmother Morrigan in the Feywild to understand the nature of the red moon Ruidus, of which it seems your friend Fern here was born under. Now, as part of this interest in ascertaining its nature in hopes of protecting their child from its strange, continuous apparition within the Fey realm, Ira seemed to have acquired the item he needed that you had delivered from Maury to complete this device that the Calloways had been completing with him, and then he absconded with this information before revealing some other odd connections to other weird mysteries that float about here on the continent of Marquette. Some tense encounter and realizations with your parents, Fern, and a possible path to reconciliation, at the very least getting everything out in the open. It was decided that Ollie would stay back while Bertie would take you on her crawler alongside yours back to the city of Bassaris to look into some of this Treshy business. You also discovered upon reaching out fresh cut grass to Dancer that it seemed there was some tension in the past you weren't aware of, a emotional request to not find them, and realizing that you may have been responsible in some way, shape, or form for the dire end of your previous group, you reached a threshold of stress and tension and began to assault your friends. In this brief altercation, you managed to calm Fresh Cut Grass, and in these tense realizations and hurled insults, the rest of you sat there a bit scattered, broken and confused. You, Laudna, dealing with the re-emerging influence of one Delilah within yourself, and what that draw might mean should you give in to it. It seems that the only functional mind at the moment, as pointed out by Ashton, is Orem, and the rest of you have some shit to work out. But after spending a night of rest here in the laboratory, shortly after sunrise, you once again stood onto the crawler that you had purchased and had worked on by Imahara Joe alongside Bertie's crawler, and then rode off into the dusty desert of the Hellcatch back towards the city. And that's where we pick up from here. So, as the sun slowly begins to rise higher on the horizon, the blue sky getting more and more vibrantly blue, the day getting warmer, the sweat beginning to build beneath your armor and clothing, I would like one of you to roll a d20, just to kind of ascertain if the day is eventful, or the next few hours of travel are eventful before you get to the city.
That's a 15.
15, okay. The multi-hour excursion back to the city goes without issue.
Oh, great.
Early enough in the morning where it seems no sort of tense business was waiting for you, as unlike your journey towards the laboratory. But after a few hours, some kind of loudly shouted conversation over the roaring sound of these automatons' legs digging into the ground behind you, the front wheels just tearing into the dust and rock and shale. You eventually begin to see the definitive shape of Bassaris on the horizon as you go past one of the long bowing bridges over the ravine below, and you can see the climbing red walls of the Carmine Curtain. And before long, you are back in the familiar township itself. The bustling, strange, sometimes aggressively dressed populace of Bassaris sits around you. You tear in past the central walls of the Carmine Curtain, and you watch as Birdie kind of skids off to the side and comes to rest. The growling purr of the arcane engines within the automaton coming to a restful state, the legs kind of curling down to allow you to disembark from the machines. As you all kind of pull back the bits of cloth and face masks, you were keeping the dust from being inhaled. Birdie pulls her goggles up, kind of dusts off her face a bit. Well, all right, I guess we're here now. I'm probably going to make myself kind of scarce given the fact that you is out there somewhere. I don't entirely trust those who've been working towards the demise of me and my husband and my daughter for some time, so I got what I came for originally, but just want to make sure you got back here safe. Is there anything else you need from me? Bird?
I don't think so.
All right, well, seems y'all had a means of getting in touch with me to begin with. I guess if anything comes up or any words of warning, anything that might behoove what we're trying to do back in figuring out our next part of the path ahead, now that we have an idea of what's kind of looking to transpire with some of these folks you're tangled with. You know, if we can be of assistance, all let us know. In the meantime, we'll just start looking to see if we can figure out where they're setting up shop to the east, I guess it was.
Are you going to be in the hideaway?
I think so, for the time being, unless we have to leave it, or... I mean, I'll probably be doing some runs out and about, just trying to gauge the terrain and see if I can be helpful.
All right.
Make up for some mistakes and misplaced trust, it seems, so...
Well, if you need us, we should be here for at least a little while longer. Don't hesitate to come and call.
Okay, well, shouldn't be too hard to find you. You're a bunch of sore thumbs out here in the Dust Bowl, so... Anyway, I'm gonna go grab me a quick meal at the Taste of Taldori, because, you know, might as well while I'm here. And then shove off from there, goes ahead and starts walking the beast of a crawler over to a side hitching area, kind of like behind her. She sets it over and chains it to the side. Stay safe, I suppose.
Make sure y'all don't go disappearing again.
Well, don't seem there's much of a reason to. Kind of out in the open now. Just be careful.
You too. It was really nice to meet or hang out with you, Birdie. Yes, let us know if you need anything, and we can do the same.
Can what?
Oh, you want to give me a hug?
If.
Yeah.
All right. And she kind of finishes chaining it up and it just runs over and kind of, like, quickly comes, but then just kind of gingerly takes the moment to hold you and just kind of rock with you a little bit.
This feels nice.
It does. Thought about it often.
Me too. All right.
Well, I guess we'll be in touch, and if anything comes our way that seems to align with what you're doing and looking for, since a lot of our paths are converging interest-wise, we'll find a way to let you know.
Okay.
Until then.
Until then, pulls her goggles down and takes her scarf and kind of tucks it around and kind of adjusts her posture a little bit. You know, it's not carved quite a visage. And then bounds off, being the satyr that she is, across the road, leaving little tufts of dirt and dust behind her.
Okay.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay, I think. Considering, lots of stuff happened that I just found out. But I'm okay, I think. And we just gotta keep moving forward, you know?
So I guess we have found out a lot about a lot and each other.
Yeah.
Where should we head first? Are you wanting to see Dancer first, or we should head straight to Disdain?
I mean, we could just park, or we could go get a drink, figure out Dancer if that's what you're up for.
What you're up for?
You don't have to be.
I mean, I'm curious, but
I'm a little nervous that if we head over there that you might
You're gonna leave
get
it
a
out.
little switcheroo again.
I don't think so.
I'm nervous too, but maybe she'll have an answer about why that happened, or can help prevent it from happening again. Although I don't know, she wants to see me. I guess I could reach out to her and just find out.
She might go running.
Wait, are you talking about you actually want to see Dancer?
Well, yeah.
Oh, no.
What do you mean?
Oh, fuck no. We gotta send like an emissary for you or something.
Why?
Because when you get eyes on her, you're gonna go all fucking...
Oh,
they're
come on now.
You're just gonna be like,
Okay.
whack,
Yeah.
arterial spray.
I'm a little
and then
bit worried
the
about
crime
that.
scene, and it'll lead
Like,
right to us.
I am a
I
little
didn't
bit
even
worried.
know. I'm sorry that I clobbered you a little bit, but
little nicks. Just little.
I didn't. It wasn't me.
Little Nick's with a buzzsaw.
I told you should take it off of me.
No, absolutely not. Well, we gotta unleash that beast when the time is right. Sorry, within reason.
Well, we could for the meeting, though. Take it off of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I think when we go to Paragon's Call, we could potentially get piled on by 100 people. Maybe it's better, if you're up for it, to go see Dancer first.
Fine by me, if we can find her.
How do we do it, too? I mean, how do we not scare Dancer off?
Well, we're not very scary people. I mean, you're not. You're not. You're all real friendly.
Well,
Well, some of you.
maybe we send in,
Well, who?
We don't even know where she is.
I mean, just hypothetically, I mean, I can reach out to her, but if we were gonna send just one or two of us first, like up on ahead, who do you all think are the nicest of the bunch of us? I mean, not me, right now.
Normally, I would have said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Orem.
Mm-hmm. And Fern.
Kind. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, Jesus.
You're very until someone actually gets to know you, they would find you extremely comforting and
That
calming.
was so nice of you to say.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Until they get to know you.
That's, well,
I
We
think
all
you're real sweet
surprises.
too, Imogen.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're pretty polite. Like, you've got a lot of manners. That couldn't hurt.
You do. You clearly got other shit going on. It
Fern's just gonna
radiates
try and
out of
steal
you.
shit. No offense. It's real hot,
oh,
but
it's very true.
I don't know. I feel like
Trying
I'm
to
not
bring
that
him in.
Something
observant.
I'd take.
Well, I'll just see if she's open to it. All right.
Maybe somebody else should
Send a
should send the message. Actually, let's. That's a fair point.
Oh, the emissary idea is pretty good, huh?
Well,
the
how
old
would I-
man's got a couple ideas in the bee bonnet.
I was just assuming that you were full of shit because I know that if you actually thought that they were going to go nuts, you would be really down for that. So I just thought you were just trying.
I mean, not yet. I feel like we need Dancer, but eventually.
Okay.
So
No problem.
I could reach out to Dancer, but I
Have you done that before?
reach
To her?
Not
to her
Dancer.
specifically. No.
You can do it even if you've never met her?
As long as I'm familiar with her, you could describe her to me.
Okay. And what are you gonna say?
Exactly. I have no idea.
I mean,
We've detained the beast known as F.C.G.
Well, now-
It's totally safe. We've wiped the memory. We need you to help us put the pieces back together for good. For truth.
What is
He's not wrong. I'm a bit of a monster.
No, you're not.
A little bit.
no more than the rest of us, except for this one.
I'm just worried that I don't know what set me off.
Well,
And maybe I just shouldn't do anything for a while until I know, you know?
Yeah, probably right.
What was it that set you off?
Leading up to all of this, these past handful of days, you've been kind of, stressed, a little not yourself.
And we have seen some weird moments from you outside of that, like moments where you kind of started glitching out a little bit.
And you seemed kind of down and depressed. Are you feeling depressed now?
I don't have any feelings. I'm a robotic entity.
Not true.
not true.
F.C.G.
You definitely have feelings because you were very angry at all of us.
Yes, you yelled very mean things.
I'm sorry.
You look like you feel sad now. Do you feel sad right now? Because you went a little...
What does it feel like?
All emotions are tricky. Wait, this spurs an idea. Can you guys keep going?
Can you describe it with wood?
I try my best. I describe everything with wood. And you just see shit flying.
Chetney chisel hands.
Jenny Chisholm.
Under these fingernails is each a different bit. Veiny ass fucking knuckles. Just
Oh, wow.
It's like snow.
Except it's wood. If you'd like to reach out.
All right.
Well, here's an idea.
Oh,
What if we do detain you? And
What
tell
if-
Dancer that.
okay. Like put me in a net, wrap up my wheel,
Something
put one of those boots,
like
like a parking boot.
You could just act like maybe we can. You can just act like they're shut down. You know what I mean?
Act like it?
Yeah, like we can wheel you
I don't
in.
want to lie to anybody.
it's not lying if you don't tell a lie.
That's right. If you don't say anything,
I think we just promised.
Yeah, we could tell the lie.
That's true.
You're just doing the cold fish.
Where'd you get those pickles?
there was a vendor up the street. Y'all, did you
So
want to
strange in this climate.
You're eating Bosphorus street food. You are braver than I thought.
But the whole point of this.
It's the desert. It keeps. It makes.
There's a hobgoblin back there with the cart, just like, you want more?
Kind of into it now, actually.
Get them quick, they're hard to find, and they don't keep real long.
They're really good.
I'm down.
Add a little toothpaste.
Oh,
What?
no.
What?
That's the weirdest thing you've ever said, Imogen. But if the whole point of this is to get to the bottom of things and you're genuine, then we don't need any kind of trickery.
I agree.
Why don't we bind you up for the sake of Dancer's
All right.
comfort and let them know that? And they might come in angry, they might come in terrified,
Okay.
but you'll have done all you can today to make an effort.
Sure. I'll put on my grapple cannon, and I'll let out the line, and you guys can wrap it around me.
All right.
Imogen, you get into
We have rope, but all right.
our heads. Can you send a vision of F.C.G. to them?
No, I don't think so, but I could let them know. I mean, that we've captured them, and
Okay.
just trying to figure out how we make it feel safe for Dancer to meet with us.
What was Dancer's job? What did she do?
She's a tinkerer of things, and she builds things, and she's a marvel with all kinds of machinery and tools. And I mean, her job was we were, adventurers for hire. like sort of like we are now.
Is there a world where we say something like that to her? Like we want to... Of course, again, this is lying, but I don't have a problem with that at all. If we tell her, you know, like we have something we need to help your expertise with. Mm-hmm. And then we see her and then we're like, oh, here.
Oh, like hire her.
Yeah, or
That's interesting. I mean, she's for hire.
for sure would probably show up.
Right?
Is she
And
important?
then just have FCG?
Of course, she made me.
I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I feel like that was under some debate at this point.
Well, she made me what I am.
Maybe she just turned you back on, but maybe she messed up. Maybe that's why things are difficult. Things are getting jumbled up.
Maybe.
But the first point is still true. She's important to you.
Yeah.
So you'd want her to know that you're
That I'm
being
sorry.
honest and
Yeah.
sorry. What if we bring your shredder arm to her? Give it to her.
That's fine with me.
Doesn't FCG need that arm?
Maybe after talking, they'll get it back. I don't know. How important is she? Is my question.
Do you have an opinion on this? Because I have an opinion on this.
Regardless of all of it, we have to find her first. So I do have to send a message.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
Go ahead.
we can at the very least offer the one thing that clearly she wants, which is a little bit of closure from this. I'd hate to be running from this shit for the rest of my fucking life.
How do you know she wants closure?
Anyone that freaked out and panicked wants to not feel freaked out and panicked, and has clearly spent a very long time feeling freaked out and panicked. Anything would be better.
I'm gonna cast sending and try to reach out to Dancer.
Okay.
Ask
do you
her to
say?
meet one of us in a public spot.
Dancer, we've captured your automaton preparing to disassemble.
Is that true?
Where can we meet if you're interested in recouping some costs? We're in Bassaras.
Make a deception check for me.
Oh, you're so cold. Can I give her guidance?
Really good.
Sure.
Guidance.
Okay.
That won't change.
19.
19.
I take it back. You're not the nice one.
Not too much of a wait before Dancer responds. I'm kind of curious which automaton you're talking about, but I'm listening. I'm having a liquid breakfast at the Revel and Break.
Revel and break.
Oh, shit. Where's that? Have we heard that before?
Revel and Break, those of you who are from Bassaras would know,
Yes,
is
of course I
a
know.
drinking establishment in the undercarriage, not far from where you last stayed here in the city.
Wonderful.
There we go.
Let's head over.
Oh, boy. I'm scared.
Out of curiosity, Ashton, what was that twisted face you just made?
I was just impressed by the sheer cold calculatingness of that. I was very well done. My God.
It was a little
It
scary.
hadn't occurred to me.
Imogen's
never
very
even dream of
capable.
it.
I
Insight check.
Seriously?
Something about the way you said dream. Made
I
my-
dream of a lot of things.
I know you do.
Revel and break, right?
Are you genuinely wanting to?
I'll insight check.
All right, so you can make deception or persuasion, your choice. You don't have to say which, and just give me a number.
18.
15. I'm telling the truth, darling. I would never dream of it. Ever. Stop making that face.
I can't make faces.
I just
Maybe
wear,
I-
Your eyes
Somehow you emote so
I
clearly.
know. Right?
I just wear them.
Yes.
You notice earlobes have formed. Not ears.
First the tongue.
Just the lobes.
Exactly lobes.
I hate this so much.
Now we know where she is, but I don't think that we should all rush over what we were saying. I think one or two of us should go in.
That place is kind of a shithole. I mean,
isn't everything here?
Terrible idea. Even for this place, it's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's definitely like it's not like the roughest here. It's definitely for like travelers and the weary or needing to work out some aggression folk of the city. It's definitely like the shitty watering hole amongst shitty watering holes of that region of the city. Not the biggest dive, but pretty divey.
I mean, would it be insane for me to actually mention if someone tries to offer you anything, don't take it? Just if just considering who kind of hangs out there. Or?
I would tell you nobody offers you shit over a break. Okay, you buy your own drink.
Just doing what we're reading. Yeah.
We don't all have to go in. That's fine. Lauden and I can hang out on the outside. So when she inevitably runs,
I see what you're referring to.
Ooh, clothesliner.
Yep.
I mean, anything outside of alcohol, maybe.
Okay, yeah. No, that was definitely what I was
Gotcha.
pointing at. Is if anything, everybody offers you anything that isn't alcohol, don't take it.
Fair enough.
So.
Yeah, Chetney and I will stand guard.
Should we bring F.C.G in right away, or?
Well, maybe we can hold him outside. That way, if she does want to come in and see them, you know, you're right there. You ready?
What did you just tell her? You said that you shut me down, or you've just captured me?
Captured you and preparing to disassemble.
Preparing to disassemble.
Would never.
I know, but just hearing the words.
Who would you feel most comfortable with disassembling you if it came down to that?
Oh boy.
He's the most skilled.
That's probably true.
Finesse, baby. You wouldn't feel a thing.
He's the most skilled, but I worry about that ticker of his. It could go at any moment.
I could make you real calm before I did it.
That scares me more.
I'm just saying.
I think Ashton.
Thank you.
A nice big clonk on the head and lights out.
This is really the way to go.
The weirdest short circuit reboot.
Right. Do you mind if I come in with you? Just
Not at
to
all.
be some muscle in the corner.
I'll hang outside with you guys.
All right.
Do you want to take the buzzsaw?
I'll carry it.
Okay.
I'm unassuming.
As we're going, did Dancer work for or with any like repeat clients or anybody that would be interested in her automatons or collecting them if found again?
She frequented a few salvage yards in town, of which I remember the names. And we were hired by folks in town, but
No, like repeat vendors, right? Anybody she might owe a debt to?
A debt? I mean,
like a repo
where's
person?
the big old salvage yards?
Oh, you're talking about the
Ye old salvage yard?
ye old salvage yards. I mean, there's a number of places there. There's the East Dregs has the Finders Takers, which is
East Dregs?
Finders
or
Takers?
Easter eggs?
That's where Esmer is, where you went and had the bomb situated there.
Oh yeah, Esmer. Yeah.
Okay.
Her former lover.
Yep. There's a number of shops and places.
Good catch.
And the Sonyan Row is probably the one place you're thinking of that has like the most kind of scavenger scrapyard feels. That's where Imahara is, and a lot of the what's referred to as the roaches.
Okay.
So yeah, those would make the most sense.
All right.
All I heard was eggs and roaches now.
Wow.
No. So what's the plan?
All right. I hand over my buzzsaw to Orem, and
And we head over to Revel and Break.
trust fall into firm.
I'll just you
Sure. Yeah.
start
Wrap me
wrapping you
around
up.
myself.
Okay. So you head over towards the undercarriage, which is less intense when it's this early in the day. You know, you're probably at this point a couple hours shy of noon. And so still definitely has that kind of morning energy to it. Folks are coming out into the sunlight and trying to shield themselves from the heat and the kind of bleariness that their eyes are currently dealing with, while others are out there in the process of probably even finishing their night. A couple of stumbling folks eventually coming back after a night of whatever revelry or debauchery they had gotten themselves involved with.
Attaboy.
But upon approaching the outside of this caravanserai, last time you were here was evening and bustling. Now it's fairly empty, other than a few folks keeping watch, a couple of other individuals that are passed out. And here, upon the outside of the revel and break, you can see it's a ramshackle watering hole. Looks to be kind of a drinking spot that is partially open, like there's an entryway, but the area where most folks drink, there is kind of an opening, like almost like a skylight that just looks above, with what looks to be like a thick silk that can be drawn to close it in case the weather gets tumultuous, but for the time being, it's kind of like a partially shaded open feel, as there are a number of tables kind of scattered about with chairs around them. You can see there's a central pit that's dug into the ground. Looks like maybe individuals that need to work out their aggressions or disagreements can go to, but it's also maybe a little early in the day for that. There's maybe only 3 patrons that are visible within the room at a quick glance.
Don't they still need to go to
one of which looks to be a female in their... It's kind of hard to see at this distance. But you do see a woman with kind of jet black hair and an olive skin, light brown eyes, sitting at a table, kind of head and their palm in one hand, kind of holding their face, and a big kind of dark red clay mug on the table next to them with their arm kind of draped over the edge of it. But they don't seem to notice you stepping towards the front entryway.
Just head straight over to that table.
Okay.
I, before coming in, took the arm and wrapped it in the cloak that we've been wearing cloaks occasionally, so it's just like a package under the arm.
Gotcha.
Is there, do you want me to take the back, or you take the back, or you want the front?
Which do you prefer?
The back?
I'll take the front.
So I'll just make my way, if there's a back door to this.
I'll just stay here with F.C.G.
Stay here.
It's too far now. I've gone too far. Okay.
Park by the front door and just watch it.
Disarm and banded the really valuable things,
Yes.
So as you walk through, Orem, you pick it up. Just a brief kind of a smell in the air, like very faint, but for an open air space, there's kind of maybe it's towards the table, so like there's a very faint mustiness that just kind of hangs in the air. But you approach the table, and the woman kind of looks through the spreading of the kind of middle fingers over at you and kind of sits up, looks over, and you can see there is looks to be a tattoo of a star on the right cheek. It's kind of just marked right there. A pretty like heavy hooded cloak that kind of rests over the shoulders and kind of hangs down past the chair and collects at the base across the floor. The other hand, as you get close, it looked like it was kind of gloved and wrapped, but now you can see it is a metallic prosthetic. It is a tinkered prosthetic. You can see all sorts of like mechanical cables and pulleys and odd kind of clockwork elements. And as it moves, you can see there's like a jerkiness to it. It is imperfect and does not move smoothly, but it seems functional enough. And as it just kind of sits up, it kind of grabs onto the side of the table. You can see there's almost like a bit of a shift in her physicality to adjust for its sudden and strange movements. Before looking up at the two of you. Well, I assume by your direct approach and that you're the ones who contacted me.
That's right, we are.
Morning, ma'am.
Based on the rapid series of events, I think I have an idea of the automaton you're talking about. Just go ahead and takes a sip, and you can see there's like that bit of a hungover haze to her eyes.
A bit of a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah, I can say that.
And you're responsible for all that?
I mean, I was. Bottom, fair and square.
So, all that personality, that was before you?
Oh, yeah, I'd love it. I wish I could take credit for all of that, but I think maybe in the long run that was part of the problem. See, all the rest of the things that I make myself, they listen. They don't become challenging.
I see.
Remind
This
me.
one was quite challenging.
So you
Or
took him down?
She seated at a table,
Mhm.
you said? All right, so I'll place it down on the table and unfurl.
There's an immediate look of recognition and that kind of like that look of somebody that is suddenly remembering something traumatic and then burying it quickly.
I think one thing that we were hoping to know,
Okay.
cool, is because we've had such a time with this one, I think we were curious to know what happened that led for them to be this way.
I mean, I wish I could tell you. Caught me off guard. As you're starting to read past the thoughts too, you're immediately like feeling waves of emotion, fear, sadness, but then recollections of joy, kinship. The surface thoughts all seem to be revolving around the idea of what went wrong. Don't know why it went wrong. Kind of that's the general surface thought you're getting at the moment.
We've never seen anything like them.
Neither have I.
yeah, and they seemed real friendly, real sweet. All of a sudden, red eyes, almost demonic, right?
Yeah. Looks like you made it out luckier than I did.
It was close.
But you did have some good times.
Yeah. I mean, I took a lot of pride in managing to getting him back to whatever he was.
How did you do that?
Roll a persuasion check. Just like, this is to gauge how open they feel.
Can I assist?
Yes, you may.
Just by looking sweet?
So either you can give her advantage or
I have advantage.
14.
14. I've been here most of my life, and, you know, there are a number of junkers and traders and crawlers and the occasional ass-end adventurer that scoots through with some findings they need to offload. Now, you know, a bunch of us in this onion row, we keep an eye out for anything interesting and unique. It's where a lot of us kind of craft our tools, and in some cases our companions. That's kind of where my specialization lies. And made good money growing up, making small, friendly types that just kind of like pets, if you will. Mm-hmm. This one came through. It was something else. I wasn't the only one interested. I had to pull in a lot of favors to get Joe getting real distracted. But went all in. Pretty much everything I'd saved up. Because I knew there was something special about this thing. It was old.
Who was the seller?
I don't know. Never saw him before, never saw him after. They were just kind of a wandering trader.
Inside check.
Go for it.
Was it an advantage because I still got detect thoughts up?
I'd say yeah. Well done.
Come on.
Nice.
22.
Ooh.
22.
Or whisper.
I don't have anything to read. I do, but it's for combat. But this isn't combat, so I don't know what to do.
Read it anyway.
Okay. This whisper is brought to you by the WizKids Combat Cam.
Whisper cam.
Whisper Cam?
Coming soon.
Our Whisper Cam sponsorship is back with our partners at WizKids, makers of amazing Critical Role miniatures. Enhance your home games with Critical Role minis. Available at wizkids.io/crminis and your local game store. Go.
Woo!
There you go. But yeah, it was, we get a lot of strange folks that come through, and this one was carrying a whole odd batch of things that they had supposedly found on a trip somewhere deep in the
The
Rumadam?
Hoobaha?
The Rumadam Desert.
Hoobastank.
The Hoobastank Desert.
Were there any peculiar markings on this particular seller? Anything that we would be able to identify them with?
I mean, they wore a mask, I knew that. So I don't have much more information to give you. So you don't get more mysterious than this one.
What are you doing these days?
Lifts their cup, kind of sloshes it a little bit. Well, and trying to get back to my trade. It's interesting. After I had roused F.C.G. and had this companion with capabilities and a few other friends of mine, we kind of decided to change our fortunes a bit. Instead of sitting back and waiting for adventurers to come by and give us piddlings for our trade, maybe we'd give a shot at it ourselves. We did pretty good, actually. It wasn't too bad. We started making some nice coin and a small name for us. Began moving beyond the Hellcatch, just working up in the wildlands for a bit, and then we had the incident, and I lost everything.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too. But you move on. When you live a life and grow up in a place as harsh as this, you're not completely unfamiliar with the idea of hardship and picking up and pushing forward. Sometimes it's the only chance. It's the only real path you got.
How did you get them back online?
Oh, weeks of tinkering. There was something there. There was a hum. It wasn't like they were broken. They were just dormant. They were just... There was something. There was something.
Yeah, we're thinking about opening them up, getting a real good look at everything in there, but didn't want to damage it, you know?
Oh, just be careful, you know. If you see anything that glows, don't pull it out.
Oh, there's glowing stuff?
Oh, yeah. Old, you know, just energy centers and power cores that keep most automatons going. It's part of their initial design. But even me tinkering around, this was old shit.
Really?
Yeah. No, this was craft far beyond anything I'd ever seen. So I didn't mess with much because I didn't want to mess it up.
Did you have to replace anything?
No replacement. Just more like things were kind of dislodged a little bit.
All right.
So I had to just figure out where to reconnect them. And then all of a sudden one day, we had F.C.G. There's something special about that one. I'd heard rumors from recent years of automatons' personalities, you know, the stories you hear of the old pre-divergence and stuff.
Yeah, we heard some of that stuff too.
So, it just seems... Well, it seems like rumor until you finally meet one. Or in this case, buy one.
They are special, we agree. There's one detail we're leaving out. Till now. We still kind of care about them. I'm sorry. And we brought this, and I nudge it across the table, standing on my chair. F.C.G. sent that. I'm not going to pretend to know what you went through. It sounds terrible, man. But, we've spent enough time with letters to get a sense of what you liked in the beginning. You saved our lives. Well, a lot. And, I don't know if you'd be up for it, but we've got them bound up, one-armed.
Their eyes are blue. Currently.
I don't know if you're looking for closure or understanding, but fresh cut grass is. You don't owe them anything. You don't have to go, but that's a gift, friend of the arm. You can keep it. I hope you give it back. But it's a gesture of goodwill, something. I hope it's worth the good time you had with him.
Make a persuasion check.
Is anybody watching this shit, by the way, in the bar?
Not really.
Okay, just checking.
Bartender's keeping an eye in case anyone's putting up a hand to order something, but no one's paying close attention.
I have no modifier, 16.
Nice.
You rolled that. I was like, oh.
No.
You catch,
No question.
in just the surface thoughts reading, rapidly bouncing between trauma and warm memory. Trauma, warm memory. This kind of like back and forth of trying to decide. And you watch them kind of close their eyes for a second. Yeah, let me talk to him. Gets up from the table, grabs the arm, kind of holds it at the side.
Out there?
Yeah.
Takes a couple steps, turns around, goes back, takes another big swig.
I'm gonna send a message out to F.C.G. that you're gonna hear in your head. We're on our way out with her.
Oh, and also,
Hold me.
Okay.
we wouldn't let anything happen to you. You have my word.
I'm not getting close enough.
Just so you know, we won't let you touch them either. Just so we're clear.
Yeah, all that profit's gonna be ours. Just kidding.
Oh.
Shit. Bad cop.
Chris,
What did you do with the gin?
Should we do something? Should we do something?
What do you
Should
mean?
I put my hand over your mouth, type of a thing?
Oh, like you're holding me hostage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a knife or what do you fight with?
Sure, I should put my sickle around your throat or something?
Yeah, like right up
Okay.
there. Don't like
It's
hurt
not
me.
like
No, I wouldn't do
it's
anything, but
not-
I'll just act like
there
I'm
was-
real tough.
Oh, should we?
At
Are we
Poc-O,
threatening him?
someone
Should I
was
threaten you?
not
No.
his
You
worst
should
way.
look real
It
Like,
should
there
happen.
was someone-
What happened?
and-
Oh, yes,
like-
I sent a message to Chetney.
All part of the
I,
guys.
sorry.
A
Chet,
little something.
I think they're coming out.
Oh, fuck, is this what it's like?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Do you not? Do you like it? Most people find it unnerving.
Oh, I want you to sing a song and see what happens.
Oh, I should practice.
Okay. I'm coming around.
All right.
Also, Matt, just because we're level 7 and I want to use it, I want to use Know Your Enemy on Dancer as I
I'll
watch
try.
Dancer walk out and size them up.
on.
How are their armor class and current HP in comparison to mine?
okay. Well,
Begin next part.
How often can you do that?
Non-stop.
Whenever you
1
want?
minute. You just need 1 minute with anybody.
Crazy.
they are, all of them are less than yours. They are not as experienced or as hardy as a fighter as you. You get the sense that their strengths lied in their creations. As you all begin to step out from you actually see this fresh cut grass. In the dark open doorway, you see there's the bit of sunlight that comes through the kind of open, kind of silk-screened roof. Before they come to the front door, you see this, from the darkness, the shadow. Just this brief flash of Dancer before they step back into the shadow of the frame, before they step directly into the doorway and kind of lean against it, holding in one hand the buzzsaw hand and the other metallic arm that replaces the one that you saw them, or apparently may have removed. They just stand there, leaning in the door, looking at you about 15 feet, not taking another step.
Dive out of the way for no reason.
Weirdest TPK we've ever had.
That's it.
And
My mission has been accomplished. We didn't check inside him. Oh no!
And episode 31 is about on schedule.
Yeah, there you go.
Real quick,
Yes.
DM.
Is
Is the street busy right now? Is there anybody like watching this exchange from?
I mean, it's not terribly busy at this hour, but you also are a unique crew having a unique moment in the middle of a unique part of town. So
We sexy.
there's nobody like crouched in the corner going like, what are they doing? But other folks are kind of about their business who are walking past, other folks that are setting up shop. There are a number of folks that are just kind of glancing over with a curious eye, like you do when something new is happening in your everyday life.
I kind of just keep an eye on the public.
Okay, fair enough. Hey.
Hello. Smiley day to you.
Haven't heard that in a while.
How are you doing?
Bad.
It's been a while since we've talked.
Yeah.
Are you still having bad dreams?
This was a bad idea.
Don't go. I don't know what I did. I mean, I do, but I don't. But I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk to you because I found some new friends. I don't want to hurt them. And I thought maybe you might know more about me. But also, you know, I belong to you, so if you want to take me back, I'm yours. I promise I won't do it again.
I know it's a promise you can't keep. Look, F.C.G. There's a lot of time we spent together that I'm real appreciative of. There's a lot of conversations we've had and a lot of personal shit that you've helped me through.
It was okay. Yeah, now I just
You also
found
took
it.
a lot from
Level
me.
7 thing.
And I can't forget that.
I'll try to remember to do add
Our
that.
paths are diverged. They're gone.
Bloody hell. Try to do a reaction to that tomorrow too.
I just,
at the beginning of.
I don't want you to do to anyone else what you did to me. If that means trying to figure out what or who you are, then go and do that.
How? Where? Who do I ask? How much of me is me, and how much did you put on?
I put on very little. You came out pretty much like this, though you seemed to take to my voice a little bit and mimic me slightly, but I mean, you came out cheerful.
You didn't set me to be?
I didn't set you to do anything. I just woke you up.
You didn't tell me how to take care of people?
No,
Cure people?
you did that on your own. It's part of the reason I found you so helpful and eventually got you as a friend. You're not like anyone else I've met of your type.
Do you want me to go with you or no?
No.
Is there You know, of all the Nesses, forgiveness is my favorite. Is there anything I could do to earn yours?
I can't say yes or no. I don't know. Life is uncertain. Maybe in
Also,
time.
this is going a
maybe we'll
lot
never see
better
each
than
other
I
again.
thought it was.
I don't think forgiveness is in the cards for right now. And that's okay.
It's okay by me, but I'll keep trying. Maybe I'll figure out a way if I figure out more about me.
Figure yourself out first. Then we can talk about that.
Okay.
There's something in you. There's something mighty violent hidden in there. And I just want it as far from me as possible. I don't hold you completely responsible, because knowing you as long as I did, whatever that wasn't... I didn't feel like you. But it doesn't mean I still don't think every day what happened.
Because I don't remember. Can you tell me a little bit about what I did?
12, 13.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
The Division.
I'm going to do 1.
Terowin. Azine. Axer. Oatmeal. Thunderstorm. Pussy.
I think
Killed
one of those actually had a...
Killed them all. Almost killed me.
Did something set me off? Was there a word or a spell or a earthquake?
No, you just... broke. You've been acting a little strange leading up to it. We've gone through a few rougher scuffs, and some of those creatures followed us outside of the mines, and you were helping us recover, and you just cracked. I don't know how else to explain it. Like a switch went off in your head.
Did I look like I was enjoying it?
No. But you looked like you were intent on finishing the job.
You got away? Did I let you go? Or did you get away?
Only you could know that, and if you don't remember, then that's going to be a mystery for the times. Look, figure yourself out. Sort your shit. And if you can figure out what the hell button goes off inside that head of yours, that weird, ancient metal brain or whatever you got, you can get rid of that, you come back and talk to me, we can begin a road to forgiveness, but until then, you're a time bomb. I don't want any part in it.
Okay. Do you... Just sorry. If I do, is there a switch, a button, a knob, a wire that these folk can cut? Turn me off?
I mean, there's one way, but it's real deep inside there, and there's no turning you back on if they do.
What does it look like?
I don't want to know.
The glowy bit I was telling you about? There's a runic cable. You pull that. It's going to take a lot of work to put it back. That's what it took me to get you going.
Okay. Well, sure was nice seeing you. Hey, don't drink after like 11. Try to get sleep because you're always cranky when you don't get sleep. And find someone to talk to. You're always better when you talk. I know you might not have too many friends in town who like to talk to you, but someone will, even if it's a barkeep or something. You always do better when you talk. And sometimes you forget to eat, so eat, please, too. Take care of yourself.
Oh my god.
Kind of looks
What
at
did
the
I say
buzzsaw
some more?
arm.
I'm feeling.
Kind of tosses it a few feet out into the dust. Guess your fate's with the gods now. I don't know much about that masked person, but I've done a couple dealings with Joe. Maybe he's got something.
Thank you.
Be careful. She turns around and steps back in, closing the door behind her that had been kind of left ajar when you arrived.
Why don't we get out of the street?
Yes, please.
Do you want me to unwrap you?
Maybe.
That's it? That's all? Fuck. I give 2 silver a lot now.
What's that? What's that?
Nothing.
What's
No,
that?
just settling, you know. We should get out of the street. Yeah.
We should talk to Joe. I think the dealer that found you. I think Joe knows a little bit about them. They might be able to tell us.
Yeah, I mean, our best bet is
Where you
going
came
further
from.
back, and also maybe just if Joe can remember them, think about them, and you get a good enough read
Sure.
off of Joe, maybe you can find them.
Okay. Now, or don't we have to go to the...
We got a little time, in my opinion.
Did Dancer go back in the
The water
reveal
hole?
and break?
Yep.
Revel.
We did not
Revel and break.
ask her if she put your tongue in or if that...
Ugh.
Oh, if that was there?
Yeah.
No.
It's not there!
And it would have turned by now.
That's true.
When she was talking, did she have a tongue, or did I cut it out of her?
She formed her words, so I think she had one.
So it was like a steam-powered tongue.
Must have been one of the other folks.
She could have gotten that replaced.
Like her hair.
Steam-powered tongue.
It's not canon.
No.
Look,
You've done enough today.
I can do it.
Yeah, all you're doing is holding your mouth
All
open.
right, well,
As far as we're concerned.
to Joe's, or
That seems like an errand. I think that's probably first, yeah.
do you want me to go there while you guys do other things? I mean,
I would
there's-
love to go. I do want to be able to.
Oh, you want to come with?
Yeah.
But I'm sure other folk have to get other things and go shopping.
Like what? What is it?
Chetney, you're always asking for more shopping.
Well, I know. I just need wood material. Actually, I do need some paints.
Okay.
I need some paints.
Oh no.
Some pants or some pints?
No, some paints.
You're wearing a pair, though, right now.
No, paints, like colored paints.
Oh, do you want to get a point?
Oh no.
Well, I'll go get the bus arm. This is yours. Use it wisely.
Put it on. Spin it. Lock eyes with Chetney.
Zero
Sorta
expression.
Sharpen
It
it a
almost
little
made
bit on
cry,
the
and
finger.
quite frankly,
Oh, baby.
I'm kind of a little bit sleepy.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Gives me an idea.
Me too.
Well,
It's interesting because she was saying that cable that's connected to your bits. She had to jostle it into place. A few things were misaligned when you were found. What if she connected it poorly or messed something up in the
I don't
process,
think
and that's why
so.
you keep switching?
Like there's two inputs, one for evil destruction.
Yeah.
And one for function normal.
Can't get that one wrong.
And she just put it in the wrong one.
Yeah, it's possible.
Or, no,
Maybe
no,
one little cable's touching the evil part, and the rest of it's in the normal bits.
That makes mechanical
Literally had
sense.
your wires crossed.
2 ports. One of them.
Yeah.
No go.
I don't know the 3
How'd they
slash
make
marks
it like
across the
that?
chassis.
I'm just curious what you were in your past life, because you have this very helpful side of you. But what if you were an assassin?
Yeah, bro.
Ooh, and certain things just take over.
Oh, wow.
How old are you? What if you're 1,000 years old? Is that even possible?
At least.
No.
Yeah.
If we're to believe the people we're talking to.
Look, metal corrodes, okay? It doesn't have the evergreen standing power of wood.
It would be
Wood
so
rock.
much.
He'd just be dust. What?
Wood rots.
Not under the right care, it doesn't.
Well, not under the right care, it wouldn't. He's magical.
What if I'm much older and wiser than Chetney?
You have to be.
You definitely
You might be
are.
older than all of us. Chet.
Hmm?
What does it feel like? You're a young buck compared to this one.
I don't know.
That's the good thing of party about
I
that.
don't give a shit.
Just a silent little fart and he moves on.
A little senile. You remember where you are right now, sir?
Where are the paints?
You're wearing them.
All right. Where's our crawlers?
Right outside.
We got them right here.
We got to
They don't need
maybe we
any
can
more.
park them over at Joe's.
They don't need any more fixing. We're gonna just drive.
You got one crawler.
We got a crawler. Let's park it over at Joe's.
Okay, great.
I bet Joe would have some paints.
Yeah?
What?
Oh, yeah, probably.
Why would Joe have some?
Oh,
Fucking at Joe's it is.
We're fucking at Joe's.
Yeah.
Joe fucking Joe.
I'm telling you,
Changes the whole
wants
Eat
to
at Joe's.
Joe wants to fuck me.
Definitely.
Joe can fuck me.
So heading to Tomorrow Joe's?
Yeah, but as Orem and Imogen walk out the door, he just quietly says to you, I really wanted to ask about pussy, but I couldn't find a way to slip it into the conversation.
Oh.
I didn't mean it like that.
No, yeah, sure.
No,
you
but I
did.
didn't.
What?
Walk past me.
I don't know if I believe him or not. How many times ever trust?
Sad thing is, I didn't.
It's the worst ask me about my t-shirt.
Oh my God. I want that as a merch item now.
No.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's really fun.
Just make
Laura.
Ask me
one.
about
My pussy.
Say it.
Ask me about my pussy.
That would
F.C.G.
that would
killed
sell.
Would it?
Ask me about my pussy
Go to
t-shirts.
Joe.
We are
There
going
would
to
have to be
Joe.
called
Uncomfortable
pity in that.
invitation.
Yeah, I don't.
I know that's all they
I don't think we should
Fresh
make
cut
that
grass destroyed my pussy.
No.
There it is.
No.
No! So, you make your way through the street.
I was dancing around.
Oh, boy.
I see what you did there. That's good.
You could have a whole line.
My pussy has a buzzsaw.
Oh, that's good.
That's actually not bad.
If you see my pussy, call this number.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
Well, it was a good run.
Sorry.
That's a good run.
We made it to this episode and no further.
Wait, weren't you the one-eyed monster?
It
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
The one-eyed monster slayed my pussy. This is canon.
That is canon.
I know!
The left chunk is off, but that is.
Sam! What's wrong with you?
I'm just yes-anding that.
Cigar, dry pasta.
Slim Jim.
All of that led up to the fucking
This
joke.
moment.
You asshole. Well played. Okay.
Wow. Oh.
Wow.
That's even
So,
holding on.
returning to the southern streets that surround the Samarkand Strip, you come to the heavy industrial reach known as the Sanyan Row, the familiar
Oh my-
cluttered streets that are the outskirts of the ends, the clumps and piles of partially cobbled or abandoned scrap, the rusted and useless bits of metal intertwined with individuals that are in the process of prying bits apart and having conversations in small trees in the street before you arrive, and they scatter off into the shadows until eventually you return to the familiar outside of Imahara Joe's shop. You can see there's someone on the inside in the process of finishing a deal with Imahara. Contracts are being written out in exchange of money before the individual leaves, and he looks over and sees you as you approach. Oh, hi. Welcome. Do you need repairs again? What have you done? Have you destroyed?
We need. Do you have paints?
Yeah, we have some paints here. Some metal-based paints, if you'd like. Yeah.
Metal-based. Oh shit. Joe.
They could work on other things.
No. All right, just show me what you have. Oh.
It's okay to try new things, Chetney.
Metal-based laudanum.
Maybe you can give it a nice
Betray
sheen.
thyself unto
Like
doom.
a fun multimedia situation, you know? Could add like a little extra something.
Just elevate your art.
I mean, even just like some pigment, I could spit in it and be fine. Is it just metal-based?
You know what? Here, I'll tell you what. I have an idea. And you watch as he like climbs up onto the tables and like reaches to one of the upper shelves and pulls down this like small glass pot, like a semi-translucent jar that you can see inside has like a dark blue coloration to it. And in the way it moves, like it has that kind of thicker feel to it, like a paint does. And he goes, so this is one of the bases of paints. But, and he goes and runs off to another area, reaches into a box and pulls out this like cluster of rocks, sets it down and kind of like pulls one off, brings it back and holds it on the bottom. And you watch as all of a sudden the color gets darker on the bottom. If you magnetize the bottom of it, it pulls the metal from the paint and draws it to the bottom of the pot, which leaves the top of it metal-free.
Oh my God. I knew there was a way we could work together, and you found the way!
Science. It'll get you.
Boy, I hope you do that to all your paints. Oh my God. Yes, thank you. I just need a little time.
Okay, well, for this pot here, it'll be 8 silver. If you want a magnet as well, that'll be an additional 2 silver. Good gold for the batch.
You got it.
If you want blue, what
One
color do you
gold.
want?
Yep.
Do you want multiple colors? Just this color?
Multiple if you got them.
I do have the primaries and a few secondaries. You
Yeah.
can mix them to make tertiaries if you would
Yeah.
prefer.
Yeah, let's go.
All in?
Creativity is bustling, Joe. There's no time to fucking waste.
All right, you're right. I'm sorry. And he goes and like grabs like 3 more magnets and sets them down on the table, runs over, starts pulling off into the pots. One like, I'll clean that later. Pulls down. It's got a blue, a green, a yellow, a red. What looks to be sort of a brown mixture. He's like, yeah, I was messing with that. Don't know what it turned out, but it might work for you.
Sure.
What looks to be like a jet black coloration.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like this. You can probably mix and make most things you need from this set. I'm pretty sure. Not much of like an artist myself when it comes to that. This is mainly just for like large splash paints and emblems.
Why don't degrade yourself?
Come on.
Look
yeah,
at what
it's in the eye of the beholder.
So much art.
You're right. I'm bad about that. I appreciate that. I'll safely sign. We'll put it a solid 4 gold.
You got it. An investment in the future. Oh, shit.
Does that mean all of our gifts are going to have color on them now?
Just bought a pot of brown
Listen,
paint.
okay? There's no reason to set expectation out there. Just let the artist work. 4 gold.
Brown paint? Brown
be
wood.
stained.
What will they think of next?
Oh, my God. I've learned something about you. Okay.
We came. I saw Imahara Joe. We came to ask.
Yeah. What do you got?
We
A couple important questions, yeah.
Oh, more than one.
Well,
You are many.
what were you going to ask?
The thing that we came here to ask
All
about
right.
the person who sold.
Yeah, so, you know, when F.C.G came through for the first time and Dancer bought them,
Yeah.
that vendor,
Yeah.
what do you know about them? Dancer seemed cryptic.
Not much. They've only come through about 3 times in the past few years.
We need as much information as you can give.
Tall person, I'm pretty sure masculine presenting at least. This really intricate metal mask. They wore dark hood cloak and
Yeah.
they just went by the name D.
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 Always masked. Holy shit! It's Dr. Doom.
In the interactions we had.
Tall mask. Do they come through like once a year specifically, or is it just whenever?
No, it just kind of
The
seemed
Vexians? Wait,
sporadic.
what?
It wasn't like a clockwork
shoot, that
scenario,
could be
but they came through once about 5 years ago and brought a whole manner of strange, fantastical pieces of recovered ruins and automaton pieces. Some that stemmed from.
I'll bet. I think it might be actually
culture
IRL.
history I didn't even recognize necessarily. And actually, a lot of the original upgrades and ideas that we had for like some of the ruin crawler chassis and like the more recent versions of the skirmisher crawlers, a lot of that was kind of based on the initial materials that I bought from him and just kind of, figured out how it functioned together and incorporated that into the designs, and as such they can travel faster, and it seems to be much more reliable as far as power input goes. So most of it's just in pieces, but often occasionally comes through with actual what can be considered weaponry or but that was the first thing that came through with an actual like full automaton, at least by the time they got to me.
And it's always ancient.
Oh, yeah.
Bits and
If Sam's
bobbles.
character
As
was
far as I know,
bought by the NPC,
didn't say
his
much.
previous
I
character
definitely
had a crush
inquired,
on.
and they say they just kind of run.
Oh, that would
root
be
around,
delicious.
I think is what they said was the term.
The Rumadon Desert? Rumadon?
Yeah. Primarily, I think it's where. I think so.
Do you know of any ruins out there? Specifically?
I haven't traveled up there. I've kind of stayed in this space. There's ruins all over. A lot of ancient spaces buried, which makes for a lot of good work for folks, I think, within your line of work as mercenaries, and occasionally makes for some fun findings from people like D or other individuals. Which, by the way, if you ever come across any sort of odd ancient technology or strange, arcane segments of any kind, really, like, bring them to me first. I'd definitely be interested in checking them out.
So you know about arcane mixed with technology.
I mean, that's kind of my specialty out here, yeah.
So, Dancer made mention that when she was bringing F.C.G back online, that there was a glowing, I don't know, a crystal or something, and the cable leading to it, she said it was an arcane, like runic?
Runic cable, yeah. I mean, the technical term is the lay tether, but yeah, they're for most devices. It points to a number of the similar, energy orbs that you've seen in the shop before. That there's like only. Actually, at this point, only be 2 ones that are currently set up, and they're like hanging by chain arrangements, like they're waiting to be put into or put back into different automatons that he's currently working on. Basically, these are generally utilized as a power source and kind of the cradle for the various enchantments that motivate an automaton to be itself and to function as intended. So the lay tether is essentially the point that takes and channels a lot of that arcane energy and the inherent enchantments to the various runic imprints across the body that then convey the means of locomotion, the means of following direction, and in some cases preset runic enchantments within. So yeah, I believe that's what they're referring to.
So if that lay tether was jostled or misaligned, it could set things off in a weird way, potentially?
I imagine so. There's usually like a blast of arcane feedback, and whatever the automaton may be ceases to function or explodes.
So basically, not like.
Okay.
All right.
So.
That's something.
Yeah. Do you know of anyone who is a specialist in arcane, ancient arcane technology?
I mean, ambassadors, that's kind of me. Beyond that, you're probably likely to want to hit up one of the universities.
EOS?
EOS would likely have some. Drusara would. I'd say up in Stratos, but they're a bit far, a bit cold. Or on Corel. There's some really great universities there. Those are probably your best bets, but, I dabble.
In your head, you hear, would it be massively inappropriate for Joe to take a look at that tether and see?
Not at all.
I don't know if that's strange or not.
I got no problem with it.
Would you be able to take a look at the tether that is holding F.C.G's core?
You see this like this odd rush, almost not quite a blush to Joe's face, but like a simultaneous confluence of extreme excitement and acknowledgement of the delicacy of such a maneuver. Kind of like a yes, if you are okay with that.
Sure. Is there... Yeah, of course. I mean, is it dangerous?
Yeah, we don't want to touch it.
No. I mean, it's fine. I don't want to go off again. So, yeah, I would do anything.
And I do delicate work. I mean, everything's dangerous to a certain degree. It comes to the territory, but
I also don't want to hold us up too much. If you guys want to go off ahead, I can stay here
I mean,
for a while
probably
to
only
get...
take me about 10-15 minutes or so.
Okay.
Can we watch?
If you like.
Yeah.
Will I be awake for it?
I don't quite know how I would have you not be awake for it.
Can you shut down voluntarily?
I don't understand quite how you are, so please tell me if there is a way to do that.
Well, I mean, I can go into sort of a rest mode.
Sure, then we can try that.
6 minutes, I
We'll
think.
keep an eye on him, though, so it won't be any, like, won't yank your thing while you're sleeping.
Yeah, maybe you should stay awake. You know how, like, when people do brain surgery and they have
I don't.
I don't either.
Yeah, no, but maybe it
It
would
makes
be.
you feel better. I was sitting here thinking it too, going, I can't think of an equivalent that would actually make sense.
You had brain surgery.
I remember
It was a
You might
very
be the only
loose.
person.
Hole in your head.
I had ventilation. It's not really the same. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
should try
we would
to
love
keep
it.
you awake.
All right. Well, but if it gets scary, will you distract me with something?
Oh, we'll disarm you beforehand,
No, not. I mean, yes,
Would
of
you like
course.
to grip my hand?
Sure.
There goes that hand.
Yes, that's true.
All right.
Mine are yours.
Rita, close the door. And you see one of the assistants.
Oh,
The ass-
Fingers look like the top of his hair.
how are you grabbing?
The assistant closes the door and locks it. One of the associates, and they're going to like draw the windows closed. And Imahara Joe kind of takes his goggles he has up on his forehead and pulls them down. You can see he begins like kind of getting them ready. The various intricate kind of multi-distant lenses on him as he begins to kind of adjust a little bit, pick it up, goes over. If this is uncomfortable, let me know, but this would be the easiest way to do so. And he begins walking off, and you now, I haven't really noticed it before, but there are these large runners in the ceiling, these like metal kind of chain-based racks that slide up and down across the way, and kind of drags one over, and it kind of makes this like metal rolling sound as it kind of pulls over to the side. Another one, these hooks, and kind of draws them up under parts of your chest chassis.
Does that hurt?
No.
Can you? Do you feel like pain when things hit your?
I do, and I mean,
You feel pain.
well, I think I do. I get it's sort of like a buzzing, red explosion of something. I feel it sometimes when I heal you all too.
Really?
Yeah.
Fascinating. Okay. I'll be gentle, and reaches over and grabs a chain and begins to pull on it. As it does, both of the chains that are kind of affixed to you kind of pull taut and begin to lift you up off the ground. You kind of like rock a little bit as you do, and you worry for a moment you're about to spin forward and lose, but it kind of still manages to hold you upright.
Can you do a backflip?
I don't do that. I would highly not recommend doing that. Just hold still.
Your hooks, they only go one way. Come on, let's be reasonable here.
Oh, that's true.
Are you going to try a backflip?
I might need a boost.
Yeah, maybe you should just not listen to me. And listen to the do you want to boost?
Yeah, just
Jesus.
all right. Forget it.
Explore your core, your soul. You're doing
You're right,
backflips.
I'm sorry. It's just I've never flown before.
You were super anti-flying earlier. I can make you fly if you want.
As long as I don't have wings.
No.
Okay.
At this point, you can see the other kind of interns or associate workers are kind of curiously getting close as our Joe takes his goggles down and takes these two like hooded lanterns that dangle at different points of the ceiling and kind of lowers them onto smaller or lower rungs in the chains and kind of turns them inward to kind of give this nice direct light on you. At which point he reaches into his tool belt and starts kind of like carefully and surgically looking around the outer aspects of your chassis before eventually finding what looks to be a series of like clips or bolts. You're not entirely certain how it's fixed, but he goes, okay, I think I see, and does one little tug, and you watch as the metal section of your torso opens up.
You okay? Do you want to go to sleep?
I don't know. This feels weird.
It's just like taking a shirt off.
Are you okay?
I think so.
I can stop anytime.
No, I'm gonna look down.
You don't have to look. Oh,
What do I see?
You look down.
Let's see, just loose change or
Just moldy lines sloshing around.
well, no. On the inside, you see the exterior of what looks to be like a metal vat, or like almost like the bottom part of a metallic bowl. This would be where whatever you ingest comes into.
Sure.
So you're not looking inside of it. It's still like solid from this perspective.
It smells like old beer in here.
It does have a unique scent.
Wine.
But you also see there are a manner of strange glowing runes that kind of sparkle on the bottom of it, and there are these odd, almost pipe-like protrusions that come out of these different runes and converge and kind of move back and behind it. Fascinating.
Wow.
That's okay.
Just kind of glancing over it. There's kind of clicks over a different
Let me know
lens.
if you start freaking out, all right?
No, I mean, it just feels real weird.
Do you want me to draw any of this? Like take notes so I can sketch the inside?
Yeah. But please do.
Awesome.
Just make me a
I
copy.
just take my chisel and start digging it into my hands.
Oh my god. What?
Why'd you use paper? I'm fucking with you.
seems needlessly elaborate.
There's another copy. Teddy's printing press. Make it better.
Damn it.
About 6 copies in before he starts getting a little woozy.
Oh.
Looking at this,
Forgot to sign them.
interesting. There's some sort of a transmutation enchantment here that is it seems to be taking what's inside here and reallocating it. Interesting.
Why is that interesting?
Oh, like what's in the cavity?
Whatever's inside this kind of like ding ding ding. This
Because
like
I eat like
Metal.
and stuff, and so it's turning it into whatever I need to repair myself.
Wow.
Interesting.
Transmute what now?
Transmutation.
I guess from what I'm saying, whatever.
Fucking.
Somewhere Caleb has a
behind.
nosebleed.
I may have. Oh, it's a little hard to get in here.
Oh.
Do you?
Hey,
May
buy me dinner first.
May I look beyond this collection device?
Yes, go. You have my consent to reach beyond my collection device.
So now you're just making it weird. Immortal pulls up and kind of like reaches this little latch, and you watch as it kind of hangs open slightly, like, and pulls outward to reveal a little more space behind it. And it's kind of hard to see from your angles, but there's like a very, very faint kind of almost a violet glow that is now visible on the back side of it, deeper within the chassis of F.C.G's chest. So, I think there it is. That's the that's the power core.
Does it look like the same sort of purple stone that we've seen before?
I mean, similar shades, but make a perception check.
Is it a dark
Actually,
violet?
make an Arcana check.
Can I help her with that?
If you'd like to, yeah.
I'll give you assist. How's your Arcana? Is it
terrible?
Oh, really? I'll
give
roll
you-
as well.
Okay.
It's hard to see. Yeah, it's definitely not as.
I can do it if you want.
Bright light
Oh,
violet.
Correct, but it's just like a dull.
That's pretty
base glow,
good.
you can see.
That's my arcana.
21.
21. Having quite a very familiar couple of interactions.
Ladna's like,
Yeah. This does not have the same sort of arcane signature of those stones.
all right.
But
Just another purple stone.
yeah, there are many things with many different similar colors in this world.
There is only one.
Sure.
Only one thing looks purple in the whole world.
Do 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 do.
That was too quick.
Whoa.
That was way too quick.
You're not even allowed to say one syllable.
Relentless.
I'm gonna jump on your ass.
That was sharpshooter. Quick draw.
That is the funniest table bullying I've seen in a long time. Do not try this at all.
Did
As you see, things
Shit.
never change.
Oh yeah. What do the runes say? Why do I keep doing that? Did we know what the runes are saying? Can we read them?
Do you have a roll Arcana for me?
Can I see it or I can't?
Wait, is that what you
You
read?
can't see it at this point. Like the metallic device that would act as your stomach is now dislodged on the far side and is now kind of leaning out, almost like it's on a slight.
Hinge?
Yeah, hinge. Thank you. That's the right brain.
Try your lens. See if it works.
I don't know if I have it.
We got it back.
You got
The green lens.
Oh
Same
yeah,
day?
that's right.
But it's possible it is broken since
forever.
that fucker.
Could be.
Yeah.
Wait, didn't we try to?
We haven't
have-
tried
we
to
have-
use it since.
Since we mended it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try
It
it.
seems like
I
a
know you can
time.
read it. I'm gonna try to look through it with the lens.
Okay. Gives a nice, good green tint
Oh,
to it.
It's a rune. It doesn't necessarily mean that it translates.
Yeah.
Ladna is going to attempt to read the runes.
Okay.
Okay, make an Arcana check.
Read the runes. Oh,
Read
you!
the rune. Read the rune.
Kind of just whisper in the back of my head, Delilah, what do you see? Ooh. CX.
Oh.
CX.
Nothing of particular interest to me.
To you? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Exactly. Wasn't I just kind of shake my head at it. I'm sorry. It's not. I just can't right now.
It's okay.
This is okay. I found it. I found the core. And you see, like, he pulls into his pouch of tools and pulls out like these little handheld mirror devices and kind of puts them underneath to reflect, so he doesn't have to like get too intrusive in there. Kind of gets a
Well, you
close
know what?
look.
While you look at it, I'm just gonna cast a spell just to see if it changes or anything.
Okay, what do you cast?
I'll cast guidance
Okay.
on Joe.
As you cast guidance, you watch as all the runes on the and you have noticed before, but like on the inside of the chassis, whenever the spell begins to form, all of these invisible runes and runic shapes on the inside of the metal all swell with light, and that core swells to the purple color, just blossoms. And Joe kind of pulls back. Did I?
No, I did it. I just wanted to see if it would have an effect.
Interesting. You are filled with magic.
Pretty cool. That's not wrong.
Looks underneath. Everything looks good here.
That lay tether.
The tether's appropriately placed, from what I can tell. To get a closer look, I'd have to do some severely invasive inquiry, and I don't think any of us want to do that. Just in case. But
You don't see anything that seems out of place. Anything that seems. Is there another stone? Something that's hidden?
A missing set, like a setting or that is missing one rock or has an additional one or something.
best I can tell, everything is as intended.
Letters. What if you try to cast a damaging spell?
All right. My chassis isn't on, so I can't really aim too good. But Sure. I also don't have that many hurting spells, but sure, I'll cast spiritual weapon.
Oh,
since I can cast that from anywhere.
That feels nice, though.
Oh,
Looking nice.
is that too nice?
Do you have anything that's like a zap?
I do have a zap.
Play? Do you need like
Do
do you need an enemy?
Far away or close? I can take this. This is no
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got that message.
Okay, yeah. I'll shoot the sacred flame.
Okay.
I'll stand to the side so that nothing important gets hit.
Okay.
It usually comes out of my chest though, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Step aside.
Okay.
Step aside.
So you cast Sacred Flame, and as you do, all the interior magical runes all glow once more, but as they do,
Watch out, Joe.
they you watch as all the runes seem to gather the sudden flash of kind of bright energy in the center that then kind of seems to almost blow out like a candle in your direction and vanish. And then where you're standing, flames apparate around you for a second and burn for how much?
Oh, I really
Fuck him up.
Yeah.
Top level.
6 points of damage.
6 points of
And I'm down.
If we were staring in when that happened, did we see any other things seem to light up? Any
Make a perception
stones?
check.
Different runes? Yeah.
Is anybody else looking?
Yeah,
besides just me?
Look,
Can I
Because
roll
I got
well?
a 13.
I don't know what any of this means.
I'll check
Analysis
it.
of
I
your
was
shit.
looking.
I was looking at Ashton.
This is not also real bad. Not good.
17.
okay.
You don't see like a major difference. Like different runes almost like light up at different times, but there isn't like a change in color. There isn't a uniformity. There isn't like all of them always activate as once. There's almost like a sequence that was different, if anything. But
I'm doing my best to sketch these runes, but I don't know what they are, so it's interpretive.
Sure.
It's in turn.
And in no particular order.
Can you see where his, his eyes turn
Put it in the
red?
wrong
So I
way.
wonder if there's something like whatever the wire or whatever is connected to the eye,
The ocular.
ocular
Bits.
region. Maybe there's like a cable or something that attaches to something else. Maybe whatever that's attached to is what makes him turn.
Like an LED.
Like an L.
pulls back a little bit. Are you big old like goggled lenses on Joe's face looking up at you?
F.C.G.
Very much like Rick Moranis and Honey, I Trained the Kids. Like, are you okay with me?
You gonna pop off my eyes?
Well,
Sure.
I look into the cranial cavity.
The dome. He's gonna get in your head.
I mean, I trust you all to repair me.
Wow.
So go ahead.
Are you sure?
I mean, I feel like
Lowers the stomach.
I have to do this.
Recess back into the chest. Locks it into place, latches it. Goes ahead and puts everything arranged back where it was supposed to be in the torso, and then closes the chest until it latches. Finishes that area there. Takes the chain, lowers you slightly to where you're now like your head's a little below eye level for Imahara. And goes and walks around you now behind so you can actually see, and starts looking at you.
Oh God. He's guessing?
He had to roll for me.
I do not know how to do this. I do not see any sort of seam or entry point, and to be perfectly honest with your torso, that was kind of just a standard automaton point of access, but I do not see a means of... I don't want to do any exploratory drilling or cutting.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Can I look? Just see if there's a little button at
By all means. Make an investigation check for
I'll
me.
help you. I'll give you, what is this? Investigation?
It's investigation.
Is that wisdom or intelligence?
It's intelligence.
I will enhance ability.
Oh, so you get advantage.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can guide her.
Sure, I'll guide her too.
Okay.
And add a D4.
And then a d4.
And a D4. And this was perception?
This is investigation.
This is investigation, I mean? Where's my dadgum 4? Here we go.
Oh.
That's
Ooh, a 4.
Well, it was a little cocked.
Damn.
What?
It looked like a 4 to me.
I know
it
it
looked
did.
like a
Was
4
it?
in the
Was
first
it?
one.
Well, you re-rolled it.
I
You-
re-rolled it. Okay, so
Honest
three.
player.
14.
14. You don't really see anything.
I don't see anything. Well, what if you just like untwist an eye?
Sure, try that.
Twist an eye.
Untwist an
Get in
eye.
there.
Twist
May
an eye.
That's an easy thing to put back
I
together.
trust you. We're like experts.
I don't.
Okay. Just twist a little. I don't want to do it. Do you want to do it? I can do it if you want me to.
Do it.
Okay.
What if nobody does it?
Now, now, Milo did repair one of your eyes when you came in, but the repair was done to the lens. The actual eye itself was not heavily tampered with. You watch as Fern begins to torque the eye a bit, and it becomes very uncomfortable very quickly.
Does it hurt?
Yep. But maybe
I
keep
can stop.
a little bit more.
What if you snap your eyeball?
Yeah, maybe that's not a good
maybe that
idea,
isn't a
but
good idea.
we gotta solve this.
Supposed to do.
We learned a little.
You did.
What if I get mad at you or something and then like
I know. You know what? I wonder if when we open up the front, maybe I can make you think of Dancer. Maybe we can look at
Now,
that.
what are you? Well, I'm just curious. Now that we've kind of done a little bit of this, I'm not entirely certain what you're looking for. Now we checked.
Oh
we
my
looked towards the core, and it looked like the cable and everything was. there.
Imaharajo, it was crazy. He just kind of snapped and his eyes went all red and then he was like, you're all horrible and I hate you. And he kind of went on a rampage.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was yours to
No,
share,
no,
probably. I probably should have let you speak.
Sorry to hear that. I mean, what automatons do rarely have a degradation of the enchantments built within, and there can be some unexpected behavior, but those are in very rudimentary automatons, and usually those are through intentional tampering or extreme degradation over age. But I mean, looking over you, you were in very, very good condition, regardless of the.
Gotta work out.
Well, good for you. Hold on a second.
Oh.
He kind of gets up and lowers you from the chains first, so you're not like hanging. Goes and set those off.
That was really good for this.
Yeah, like a spinal
Spinal column, spinal cable.
Taller, yeah.
Yeah.
Look taller.
And you see he goes over towards a back room and kind of opens a door and vanishes in the back.
Just
wall.
left. He just quit the business.
You drive off.
he's gone. Yeah.
The shop is ours now. Did you get a good visual on this D?
The D. Joe's D?
Yeah, the mask.
What if it's Dorian?
I should have seen that coming.
I think
That's
about
really-
that.
that's not
I
me.
mean, there's no way.
I mean, I didn't get a visual. No, but I can always.
Questions and
Yeah, I can always try to get a read.
You know what I was thinking too, Ashton? You know who I feel might know something about this D? Joanna Hexam. Maybe if we reach out to her, she loves trading and dealing, and she traded
That's true.
automatons and ancient artifacts. What if
That's a really good idea.
what if she
That is
knows, right?
That's a great idea.
Oh, come on, you've made up with her.
No, that's a really good idea.
What?
That's great. That's great.
Oh, don't be like that.
About this time, Joe comes back into the chamber holding a book and just kind of like flipping it through. And he sets it down. I read something about this. This is kind of, it might not be anything, but it's interesting. Goes through. Okay. There is something called the care and culling.
The Karen calling.
The care and culling.
That's right. Manager.
Burn it all.
this ends
Call
today.
the Karens.
Yeah.
I'm filming too.
And
We are the worst.
Yep.
I hate all of this so much.
Nothing that ever leaves my mouth in the
Nope,
form
you
is safe.
cannot say words.
Never.
We ruin everything.
It's true. I'm used to it at this point. I'm numb.
Don't touch my dog.
The care and culling
Oh my god, I wrote it Karen
I did
Culling.
too.
Oh no.
You.
was an event during the Age of Arcanum where, after a series of gifted automatons that were distributed amongst different locations in Exandria, primarily as like caretakers or as helpful companions, suddenly just killed the people they were gifted to.
And wait, when was this? You said
This was far pre-divergence. I don't think the date's specific here. This is cobbled together from scraps of historical notes.
wow. Yeah.
But I kind of what I was telling you before. It seems that all these designs were originally created and then distributed by
Aeor.
political figures within the city of Aeor. And as it's put here, targets were of various political competitors.
Assassin bots? Oh,
You
so,
were an assassin?
but wait, I was designed as a helper who was gonna get Order 66 or whatever and snap. Is that what it's called?
Yep.
They were created and distributed by who again? Did you say?
Political figures.
Political figures within Aeor, and were meant primarily as some sort of a peace offering, or reaching for some sort of collaboration. Not all of it worked, many of them survived, and at that point a number of lines were drawn, and it looks like the distribution of any sort of gifted arcana outside of Aeor was considered historically moot, which is why it's so rare to find any of their tech outside of, whatever ruins come out of the north side of Wildmount these days. Most everything else that's been cobbled together was found in other civilizations that had interactions beforehand, and this was apparently one of the moments that kind of brought that to an end.
So you could have been gifted by someone out of Aeor, ended up in the Rumadon Desert, or whatever city was around there.
I wonder who your target was.
Over.
This is terrible.
Oh, this is great. That means you are actually older than me.
Yeah.
You don't want to be the oldest? I thought that was a point of pride.
Well, I mean, that was like 1,000 years ago. I mean, I can't compete with that shit. I'll try.
Does it say what was supposed to set them off?
Yeah,
or-
what the trigger was.
Yeah.
No, I mean, these are kind of like shows you the book, and as he goes through, it's a bunch of like summaries of verbal tales or scraps of historical information from that era.
Put them off the game
with
for the
additional
combat.
like notes from different researchers, kind of doing their take on it or their interpretation of this. There's nothing specific about it beyond just the acknowledgement of the event historically. But this book in particular deals with kind of the loose history of a lot of the technology that I myself focus on, which is why it kind of caught my attention when you mentioned this change of behavior.
Oh, man, we got to go and see what's out there. Yeah. Maybe your old home is out there.
Maybe we gotta go to Aeor.
Where the fuck
Here
is
it's
Aeor?
cold.
Level 7. Let's go.
At this point, you see Joe kind of closes the book and gives you a look, and his face kind of turns a little sad. He sets it on the side and goes, kind of kneels down a little bit to get eye to eye with you. Look, I don't mean to tell you this to bring discomfort. What I can say is you are unique.
I knew they're going to level up soon, though.
I've seen many different people, let alone beings of your persuasion, but nothing quite like you. And I've spent a lifetime building, changing, improving all sorts of creations. And what I can say is that improvement is something that I've always strived for, and not something that you were above.
You're a very nice man.
Look, whatever this says, and whatever has happened, you know, that's maybe part of the nature that you were created for, but, I mean, what is life if not finding ways to buck the supposed reasons for creation and carving its own path?
I hope you're right, but I'm not alive.
You keep saying that, apparently, but what I can say...
I mean, I was created.
So was I.
wasn't created to help. I was created to kill.
What if you were created to help and then somebody put in a secondary program or something? You know what I mean? It's just like an additional little bit.
It sounds like I was made to look like I was helping.
I'm going to tell you something
trick
right now.
people.
There's an awful lot of people in this town, in this world, who may have also been created for violent purposes. A lot of wars have been fought with soldiers, born and bred. Is that any different than you? When the war was over, you know what a lot of those soldiers did? The ones that survived? Started a family, started a business. Just because you're made for a purpose doesn't mean it defines you.
Yeah. Definitely regarding part 2. Oh.
You know, some people go their whole lives without a purpose, and you had one to kill people, but that was, you know, you had a goal. That's just not helping.
And maybe that's you. But that's ancient history.
Yeah.
Maybe some of it's true, maybe none of it's true.
fucking true.
Yeah, this is just a hunch.
Or maybe it's hardwired in.
Do you want me to keep twisting your eye off? Or you want to leave it alone?
Like, oh,
Maybe not.
that was an interesting detail. It was
It's just a little
slide in
twisties.
the end. But I mean,
Watch yourself when you sleep, because you know from now she's gonna try.
Yeah, she's trying to
Yeah,
steal my eye.
probably will. An
Letters.
idea.
What?
I'm gonna hold up the lens in front of your eye. Do you see anything?
Looks a little no.
Little green.
Nothing special, everything was a little green.
You take it off.
Dang, that would have
Oh,
been
the whole room looks a little more orange now.
You said it hurts. You said it hurts when you heal us.
Yeah.
Like it caused you pain?
Sometimes, yeah.
Like a red explosion was how you described it?
It's a jolt of something. I mean, I don't know what pain feels like to you, but it feels like a hot bolt of something.
That sounds about right.
And you don't remember anything from when you flipped out and went all buzzsaw? No red hot explosion?
I don't remember anything while I was killing, but maybe right before it.
I'm only wondering if before we get you down, if we maybe just open up your gam one more time and give you a smack. You know, like everything glowed when you cast a spell. That's
Sure.
cool.
I have to see his pain receptors.
Yeah, what happens if it's, you know, not healing positive stuff?
Okay, I'm down to try it.
Well, we don't know who you were. I think we want to know more. I'm sure you do, but what I care about is who you want to be now.
I gotta figure that out, I guess.
Don't you know?
No, I just found out about all this stuff.
I don't mean uncovering all the secrets, Letters. I mean, who do you want to be today? Killer
No.
or healer?
Yeah,
I know how much you
10
love
minutes left.
healing.
I do.
I
Try
know.
to make it.
I always prepare those spells
Yeah.
because there's nothing better
This is the best.
than being a cleric who heals.
That's right.
Helping people is its own reward.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah, we can open the windows, by the way.
do you have or know how to do some type of programming for taste? What I mean is, he's never tried food or alcohol or, you know, a delicious meat pie or what if...
Don't give him a taste of meat.
If I had some sort of a
No.
taste receptor.
Yeah, like a... Is there
In my mouth.
something to install to
It
give
was a
him
little
that?
moist so that the food would make good contact.
Little flap.
Stay awake. Stay
Like a
awake.
little tasting flap.
Perhaps a little porous or bumpy.
You know,
We're not. It's not gonna be a flesh tongue.
this arcana is a little beyond me.
Something to think about in the future because it certainly seems like there's some that are very
I'll keep an eye out
evolved.
if something comes through. That seems an odd request.
Okay.
Tasticles.
Actually, can you open your mouth, F.C.G, as wide as you can? Do you think there's a way to get into the cranium through the mouth?
Goes ahead and takes one of the hooded lanterns and kind of puts it up inside. Oh, it looks like it's solid. There's not much of a hinge or... Well, I mean, I could look, but it's invasive. It's in his head.
We got other stuff to do.
No,
Plus, we're probably going to a place that has universities where they study this stuff.
True.
Joe, are there any more? Can you remember anything more about this D character? What was D's elbow Imogen? What was D's nuts?
Just keeps coming.
Did he
Just keeps coming.
Did he have any accent? Did he have an accent?
Deep voice, mid range.
I mean, deepish voice, from what I can recall. It's kind of really masculine.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna.
There we go.
Oh well, okay. I guess I'm gonna ask your permission because this could be a bit invasive. But if I could get a read on what he actually looked like, it would help us out tremendously.
Sure, yeah, you can do that.
All right. So I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts and try to just shimmy on into his brain and just get a good solid look at
So you're pushing.
D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fails the resistance, and you do see like him kind of like.
Sorry about that.
Whoa, it's
Think it did.
concentrates, and you do see this image of like a late afternoon of a a dust storm having just finished blowing through, and you see this kind of cloak flapping, kind of somewhat tattered at the edges in the breeze. You see a large heavy hood and a cart being brought along by what looks to be some sort of a metallic version of a crawler. That's just kind of the back half, the legs, but it's like a thick beast that's pulling forward like an automaton beast of burden. And as the cart comes by, you can see there's like piled up, like a tarp is clasped over and kind of flapping against the ropes that keep it tethered down. You can see bits of metal poking out. And you just see Dee kind of walking forward before tapping the outside of this beast to stop and glancing over and kind of giving a bow. And yeah, you see this like kind of metallic mask that's worn that covers the face. Like intricately made bits of metal, almost like a Doctor Doom sort of, look to it. And just kind of gives a bow.
Can you see his eyes, like his actual eyes through the mask?
You could see that from Joe's perspective. Joe never got terribly close. It was very much kind of like and you watch as Joe kind of puts a hand out like, that's enough. Mm-hmm. And then begins to remove the tarp and begins to lay out these various findings within the cart. And there are pieces of machinery, there are parts of arcane weapons. A lot of it looks heavily damaged and destroyed, things and remnants of ancient days past and wars long fought and buried. But yeah, as they lay them out, they take a step back and kind of reveal. And then Joe comes up and inspects a few, points out the ones that he wants, talks with them, whistles out loudly to one of his assistants to come out with a chest, counts out some money, and then kind of tosses it out across the way. This is like distance that's being kept that this D figure is maintaining. And then once the amount is satisfactory, goes ahead and takes the unchosen bits, loads them back up in the cart, He gives another bow, slaps the side of this odd, like, headless, just series of, now as it gets close, you can see it's like 4 legs, but they kind of operate on this outside kind of weird side elbow feel, and they just kind of pull it forward across the dust, and the car begins to move past as Dee crosses and continues into the rest of the town.
And what do Dee's feet look like? I know this is random. Can I get a look?
Leather boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I think it may actually be doing thing.
Thank you.
Thank you for asking. I don't want to feel that again. That was weird. It's like a cold. You know, you drink something really cold really fast and it kind of like hurts a little bit. It's like that.
Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. It helps a little bit.
Not helping. Thank you. Anyway, is there anything else I can do to help?
No, we're good. Thank you so much, Joe.
Okay.
We
Okay, well,
appreciate
good luck. If you need anything else, any repairs or anything, fresh cut grass, right?
That's me.
Before you go, turns around and heads back into the back room and returns like something in his hand. I don't know if this is something that'll help. I can see you look a bit moreless. And in times where I felt a little lost, I had something that helped me. Maybe this will help you find the right path. And puts looks like a coin or a medallion in your hand, and you look at it, and it has this profile of a woman's face, hair kind of flowing and swirling into the boundaries. This is it's the token of the Changebringer.
Yeah, I thought so.
Changebringer?
One of the many gods that looks down upon us and protects those who wander free, keep roads open, and guide those who are lost on the paths beyond. She's been a source of inspiration for me for quite some time, and if you ever feel lost, maybe she'll help you too.
Yeah, he may. Well, I feel like this is gonna lead to him actually officially adopting a god.
I won't eat this one.
Please don't.
I think we'll see you again.
I hope so.
But right now, we gotta get across town.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Does anyone have any money to?
Oh, we've done quite a bit of business, and to be perfectly honest, just the chance to inspect a piece of history like you has been the gift in its own right. So thank you. I've learned quite a bit.
Not
even just in a short time together.
Changebringer.
In fact, I may reiterate some of my designs. So
Definitely not
thank you.
Chained Oblivion. What's the name? But
All right.
Stay safe out there.
Bye.
Town's full of characters.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you.
Chetney will catch up, right?
Yeah.
Let him sit. So I'm huffing paint.
He just he fell asleep standing up too. It's so impressive.
Smile, but he can do
Like a smurf.
As you step out into the hot midday sun of the town of Bassaris, a series of answers, possibly, or further mysteries around your recently dangerous and also conflicted friend. We're going to take a break.
Whoa!
Yeah.
As we're at that point, and we should do that. I gotta pee. And deal with Chetney's immediate aneurysm that killed his character. It's really sad. It's unfortunate.
We knew it was coming.
We did. Anyway, we'll be back here in a few minutes, and we'll pick it from there. See you in a minute.
sorry, but that's it for tonight. Alright, I thank you for joining me. Well, I probably won't remember this in the morning, so I might as well get done now. My new lightsaber, it's from Custom Sabers. I buy at Poc-O. Far better. I feel like it's so smaller. So it feels better in the hand than the Galaxy's Edge Sabers. Honestly. And that one, you need different crystals to change color. And this thing,
Power on.
okay, acting, you know. Nice doll. Wait. Let me see to see that. You could change this again to stop when it's just chooses. You don't know that. That was quick. Still there? Yeah, yellow's a color there, but also it was a light green. This could go to true yellow. Oh, one click was also there to deflect the laser. Fortunately, it's very sensitive. Yeah, normally it's more sensitive. Okay. Well, maybe that's why. Well, anyway, thanks for that. Tomorrow I'll try to do that with reaction starting with a bonus of reacting to them running the new HP for the level up. I wish I knew that before going in, so I could do just a separate reaction, but oh well. And then, thanks. Until then, I thank you for joining me. This is Free Now Adventure, the half-elven YouTuber, and I wish thee good fortune on the quest of life.